Hello and welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into one of the most intriguing questions. What qualities do girls like the most in guys? Get ready to explore traits that go beyond just looks. Let's get started. Segment 1. Confidence. Confidence is one of the most attractive qualities a guy can have. It's not about arrogance or showing off. It's about being secure in who you are. Girls often appreciate guys who can carry themselves with poise, make eye contact, and speak without hesitation. Confidence indicates emotional maturity and the ability to handle life's ups and downs. A confident guy makes others feel secure, and that's a major plus in any relationship. Whether it's approaching a girl for the first time or standing firm in your beliefs, confidence speaks volumes. However, it should be balanced with humility. Too much confidence can come off as cocky, which can be a turn-off. The key is to be self-assured but open, someone who trusts himself yet is always willing to learn and grow. Segment 2. Sense of humor. Who doesn't love to laugh? A good sense of humor is often at the top of the list for many girls. It's not about being a stand-up comedian. It's about having the ability to make her smile, lighten the mood, and not take life too seriously. Humor creates connection and eases tension in awkward or difficult situations. A guy who can laugh at himself and not get easily offended tends to be more approachable and likable. But it's also about the kind of humor. Kindness should always be at the core. Making others the butt of the joke or being sarcastic to the point of hurting feelings is a red flag. Playful banter, shared inside jokes, and lighthearted teasing can form a deep emotional bond and keep the relationship exciting and fun over time. Segment 3. Ambition and drive. Ambition is incredibly attractive because it shows that a guy has goals, passion, and a sense of direction. Girls are often drawn to men who are motivated to build something for themselves, whether it's a career, a personal project, or self-development. Drive demonstrates discipline and a willingness to put in effort, both key in relationships too. It's not about being rich or highly successful, but about showing that you have dreams and the determination to pursue them. A man with purpose naturally inspires respect and admiration. Even if he's still figuring things out, the effort and mindset matter. Plus, when someone is ambitious, they're often open to growth, improvement, and adapting, qualities that make a relationship strong and dynamic. Segment 4. Emotional intelligence. Gone are the days when emotional stoicism was considered masculine. Today, emotional intelligence, the ability to understand, express, and manage emotions, is a key trait that girls deeply appreciate. Being emotionally intelligent means you can listen empathetically, communicate clearly, and handle conflict with maturity. It shows that you're not just thinking about yourself but also about the other person's feelings. Emotional intelligence creates trust and depth in a relationship. Girls value guys who can validate their emotions, offer support during tough times, and maintain composure when tensions rise. It's not about being overly sensitive, but about being emotionally aware and present. This kind of guy makes for a dependable partner who's in tune with the emotional currents of a relationship. Segment 5. Respectfulness. Respect is the foundation of any healthy relationship. Girls notice how guys treat others, not just them but also friends, family, and even strangers. Being respectful shows maturity, good upbringing, and genuine character. It means honoring boundaries, listening without interrupting, and accepting different opinions. Small gestures like saying thank you, holding the door open, or not pressuring someone into decisions go a long way. Respect is also about valuing her choices, dreams, and individuality. A respectful guy doesn't feel threatened by a strong, independent girl. He supports her and encourages her growth. Girls are far more likely to trust and open up to someone who consistently shows them respect. In short, it's not just about how you act in a romantic relationship, but how you treat people in general that defines your worth in her eyes. Segment 6. Good communication skills. Strong communication is the backbone of any lasting relationship. Girls appreciate guys who can express their thoughts clearly and are also good listeners. It's not just about talking, it's about honest, open, and respectful conversation. Being able to discuss feelings, misunderstandings, and plans for the future creates a safe emotional space. Communication builds intimacy and avoids unnecessary conflicts. Girls notice when a guy makes an effort to understand instead of just responding. It's equally important to be honest, even when the truth is uncomfortable. Avoiding or sugarcoating things often leads to mistrust. Great communicators also know when to be silent, giving space when needed. So, being able to balance speaking and listening, sharing and receiving, is a quality that girls deeply value in a partner. Segment 7. Kindness and compassion. Kindness is a universal trait that never goes out of style. Girls are often drawn to guys who show compassion, not just to them but to everyone around them. Whether it's helping a stranger, being patient with a friend, or simply showing appreciation, small acts of kindness speak volumes. It reflects a caring and genuine personality. Compassion shows emotional depth and a willingness to put others' needs before your own when it matters. In relationships, kindness leads to stronger emotional bonds and long-lasting affection. A kind guy isn't afraid to be gentle and considerate. He listens, supports, and uplifts others. And no, kindness isn't a sign of weakness. It's actually a mark of true strength. In a world that can sometimes be harsh, a compassionate heart stands out. Girls often find this level of empathy incredibly attractive and grounding. Segment 8. Maturity and responsibility. Maturity goes far beyond age. It's about how a guy handles challenges, takes responsibility, and makes decisions. Girls value men who can admit when they're wrong, stay calm in difficult situations, and approach problems with logic rather than anger. A responsible guy shows he can be counted on, whether that means being punctual, keeping promises, or simply taking care of himself and his priorities. Maturity is also about emotional control. It means not letting ego drive decisions or engaging in unnecessary drama. Girls respect someone who can manage his life and take accountability rather than blaming others. They feel more secure with someone who shows stability and balance. Responsibility also extends into relationships, showing that he's committed, trustworthy, and aware of the impact of his actions. This kind of character signals long-term potential and emotional safety. Segment 9. Supportiveness. Everyone needs a cheerleader in life, and being a supportive partner is a quality girls truly admire. Supportiveness means being there in both good times and bad, celebrating successes and offering comfort during setbacks. Girls notice when a guy listens to their dreams and stands by them without judgment. Encouragement can be incredibly empowering. It helps build confidence and deepens emotional trust. Support also means respecting her choices, even if they differ from your own. Whether it's her career, personal growth, or hobbies, showing genuine interest and backing her up builds a solid foundation. It's not about fixing her problems but being a reassuring presence. Knowing that her partner believes in her can make all the difference. Being supportive doesn't require grand gestures. Even small acts of reassurance and belief go a long way. Segment 10. Loyalty and trustworthiness. Trust is the glue that holds any relationship together, and loyalty is at the heart of that trust. Girls highly value guys who are consistent, dependable, and honest. Trustworthiness means doing what you say and saying what you mean. It's about keeping promises, staying true even when no one's watching, and being emotionally reliable. Loyalty goes beyond just being faithful in a romantic sense. It's about standing by her side, defending her in her absence, and being someone she can count on. A trustworthy guy makes a girl feel safe, which allows her to open up fully. It's not about perfection but about showing up sincerely. One broken promise might not end things, but consistent dishonesty can. In a world full of uncertainty, a loyal and dependable partner becomes a safe haven, and that's something girls deeply treasure. Segment 11. Shared values and vision. Physical attraction may spark interest, but shared values sustain long-term relationships. Girls are drawn to guys who align with their core beliefs, whether it's about family, career goals, spirituality, or lifestyle. When two people share similar visions for the future, it reduces conflict and builds harmony. It's not about agreeing on every little thing but having a compatible worldview. A guy who respects and aligns with a girl's values shows emotional and intellectual compatibility. These shared principles become the compass for navigating life together. When values clash, misunderstandings can arise frequently, making things stressful. But when you're on the same page, the relationship tends to flow more smoothly. Girls recognize and value the security and clarity that shared values bring to the table. It helps them envision a future together that feels natural and fulfilling. Segment 12. Authenticity. Authenticity means being genuine, not putting on a show to impress or pretending to be someone you're not. Girls appreciate guys who are honest about their thoughts, emotions, and even flaws. Being real builds trust and allows for a deeper connection. It shows self-confidence and emotional stability, which are highly attractive. Authenticity helps avoid misunderstandings and confusion because what you see is truly what you get. Pretending to be someone else may work short-term, but it eventually leads to disappointment. Being authentic also inspires others to be their true selves, creating a safe and accepting space. Whether it's your passions, quirks, or past experiences, owning your truth makes you more relatable and sincere. Girls often feel more emotionally safe and accepted with someone who's not afraid to be vulnerable and real. Segment 13. Passion for something. Passion is magnetic. Whether it's music, art, sports, science, or social work, girls love guys who care deeply about something. Having a passion shows that you're alive, engaged, and emotionally invested in life. It also adds excitement and dimension to your personality. Passionate people tend to inspire others, radiate energy, and stay driven even in tough times. Girls are often intrigued by guys who have dreams and are chasing them with enthusiasm. It shows focus, depth, and emotional involvement. Plus, when a guy shares his passion, it opens a window into his world, fostering intimacy and understanding. Even if you don't share the same interest, seeing someone light up about something they love is always attractive. So don't hide your passions, embrace them. Segment 14. A balanced life. Balance is key to a fulfilling relationship. Girls admire guys who can manage different areas of life, career, friendships, health, and romance, without letting one completely overtake the others. It shows maturity, time management, and emotional intelligence. A balanced guy doesn't obsess over work or ignore self-care. He also doesn't become overly dependent in a relationship. Girls want a partner, not someone who needs rescuing or constant attention. Balance creates space for both individuals to grow without feeling neglected or suffocated. It also means knowing when to take charge and when to step back. A guy with a well-rounded lifestyle tends to be more emotionally stable and reliable, making the relationship stronger and healthier. Balance brings peace, predictability, and harmony, traits that every girl appreciates. Segment 15. Creativity and imagination. Creativity isn't just about painting or writing songs. It's about thinking differently, solving problems uniquely, and bringing spontaneity into life. Girls often appreciate guys who are imaginative because they bring excitement and freshness to the relationship. A creative guy can turn an ordinary date into a memorable experience or find thoughtful ways to express love. Imagination shows emotional depth, curiosity, and open-mindedness. It keeps the relationship alive and dynamic. Girls value creativity because it breaks monotony and keeps communication, intimacy, and connection exciting. Whether it's through your sense of style, your hobbies, or how you plan surprises, creative expression stands out. And creativity doesn't require perfection, just effort, thought, and originality. Segment 16. Good hygiene and grooming. This might seem basic, but good hygiene and grooming are non-negotiables for most girls. It shows that you respect yourself and those around you. Cleanliness, fresh breath, neat clothes, and a pleasant scent can leave a strong impression. Girls notice the little details: trimmed nails, clean shoes, and how well you carry yourself. It's not about being a model or fashion expert. It's about being tidy and presentable. Good grooming also boosts your own confidence and self-esteem, which in turn enhances your presence. A guy who takes care of himself physically often earns more respect and attention. Simply put, taking time to look after your hygiene tells a girl you care about her, yourself, and the connection between you. Segment 17. Adventurous spirit. Girls often enjoy a little thrill and variety in life, and an adventurous guy brings just that. This doesn't mean you need to go skydiving every weekend. It's about being open to trying new things, going on spontaneous trips, or being curious about the world. An adventurous spirit adds excitement and unpredictability to a relationship, keeping things fun and alive. It also reflects a flexible mindset, someone who's not afraid of change or stepping outside their comfort zone. Whether it's trying a new cuisine, dancing in the rain, or exploring a new city together, girls appreciate a guy who's willing to take chances and live fully. Being adventurous makes experiences richer and more memorable, and strengthens the bond through shared adventures. Segment 18. Patience. In a world that's always rushing, patience is a rare and valuable trait. Girls admire guys who can stay calm under pressure, listen without interrupting, and give things time to unfold. Patience is essential in building trust, resolving conflicts, and nurturing emotional intimacy. It shows emotional maturity and self-control, signs of a reliable partner. Whether she's venting after a tough day or navigating her own challenges, a patient guy makes her feel heard and supported. He doesn't push or pressure, but respects her pace and comfort level. Relationships grow stronger when both people feel emotionally safe. Patience lays the groundwork for that safety. And let's be honest, every relationship faces its share of frustrations. A guy who remains composed and understanding during those moments stands out. Segment 19. Integrity. Integrity means doing the right thing even when no one is watching. It's one of the most respected traits a guy can have. Girls deeply value honesty, consistency, and moral character. A man of integrity sticks to his word, owns up to his mistakes, and leads with principles. It builds trust and signals long-term potential. Integrity isn't about being perfect, It's about being transparent and accountable. Girls feel more emotionally secure with someone who's guided by values, not convenience. It also sets the tone for mutual respect in the relationship. When conflicts arise, a guy with integrity addresses them maturely instead of playing blame games. Integrity shows that you're not just charming on the surface, but deeply rooted in ethics. And that's incredibly attractive. Segment 20, Social Awareness. Social awareness goes beyond basic manners. It's about being in tune with the world around you, understanding others' feelings, reading situations, and adapting behavior accordingly. Girls are drawn to guys who are considerate, culturally sensitive, and respectful of diverse perspectives. This includes being mindful of your tone, language, and actions in different settings. A socially aware guy knows when to speak up and when to listen, when to take the lead and when to step back. He treats people of all backgrounds with kindness and equality. This trait shows emotional intelligence and maturity. Girls often feel safer and more comfortable with someone who gets social cues and behaves accordingly. It's a subtle yet powerful quality that makes interactions smoother and more meaningful. Segment 21, Independence. Independence is a sign of strength and self-reliance. Girls are naturally drawn to guys who can stand on their own feet, financially, emotionally, and socially. It shows responsibility, self-confidence, and personal stability. An independent guy doesn't need constant validation or attention to feel secure. He has his own goals, friends, and identity outside the relationship. This creates a healthy dynamic where both partners can grow individually and together. Independence also means handling life's challenges on your own terms, rather than relying entirely on others. Girls appreciate this kind of resilience and reliability. It fosters mutual respect and avoids unnecessary pressure. A relationship thrives when both people bring something valuable to the table, and personal independence is a big part of that. Segment 22, Gratitude. Gratitude may seem small, but it's incredibly powerful. Girls notice when a guy appreciates the little things, whether it's her support, her time, or her efforts. Gratitude makes people feel valued and seen. A thankful attitude shows humility and emotional awareness. It also builds positivity in the relationship. Instead of focusing on what's missing, a grateful guy celebrates what's already there. This mindset reduces conflict and deepens emotional connection. Saying thank you, complimenting her genuinely, or acknowledging her presence can transform an ordinary moment into something special. Gratitude makes you more mindful, more present, and more loving. Girls want to be with someone who cherishes the relationship, not takes it for granted. In short, appreciation turns affection into lasting love. Conclusion. So, what do girls like most in a guy? It's not about perfection or being someone you're not. It's about being genuine, respectful, emotionally intelligent, and consistently kind. Whether it's confidence, loyalty, humor, or ambition, every quality matters in creating a strong emotional bond. These traits aren't just attractive. They form the bedrock of a healthy, lasting relationship. Girls are looking for a partner they can trust, grow with, and truly connect to, someone who makes them feel safe, seen, and supported. Work on becoming the best version of yourself, and love will naturally follow. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thoughtful content. Drop a comment below on what quality you think matters most. We'd love to hear from you.